2020 brings with it the start of not only a new year but a brand new decade. There is a whisper of better things to come and a hint of hope. However, for some, it just means another year and perhaps another decade stuck with a mystery that keeps them from finding closure. Many have lost loved ones in unexplainable ways, while others wait for word on missing family members that never comes. On this list are 5 disappearances to be debated and pondered over. But all the while, we should not forget those left behind who are praying for their missing loved ones to return home safely. Number 5. Boris Weisfeiler. 43-year-old Boris Weisfeiler had just about had it with all the snow in Pennsylvania in December 1984. Craving sunshine, he booked a trip to Chile and was looking forward to hiking several trails in the Andes Mountains. It is believed that Weisfeiler tried to cross a river at one point during a hike. The only sign that he was ever there was a backpack found on the riverbank. Weisfeiler never returned home and was never seen again. Authorities in Chile concluded that he had drowned while trying to cross the river, but his body was never recovered. Fast forward 16 years, and Boris Weisfeiler's mysterious disappearance takes a sinister turn. Declassified U.S. documents reveal that the Penn State University professor may have been murdered in Chile. The documents allege that a witness saw Weisfeiler being interrogated at an agricultural commune before being shot point blank. This revelation led to a new investigation. In 2012, 8 men, including police and military officers, were charged with the kidnapping of Weisfeiler. However, the case was closed in 2016 and the men were all freed. Boris Weisfeiler's sister was devastated at this turn of events. To date, a body has not been recovered in Chile and Boris Weisfeiler's ultimate fate remains a mystery. Number 4. Patricia Meehan. On April 20, 1989, 37-year-old Patricia Meehan was driving on the wrong side of the road on Montana Highway 200 when she crashed into another vehicle. The driver of the other car was Carol Heights, an off-duty police dispatcher. After Heights exited her car, Meehan walked up to Heights and stared silently at her. After a few seconds, Meehan turned around, climbed over a nearby fence, stared again at the scene, and then walked away. She was never heard from again. After the incident, thousands of sightings of Meehan were reported. She was either hitching rides or having low-key meals at diners. These sightings all allegedly took place in the states of Montana and Washington. It was revealed that Meehan had suffered from depression and worked odd jobs at a ranch in Montana before her disappearance. In conjunction with police efforts, Meehan's family launched a personal search for Patricia. The family distributed 2,000 missing person flyers and made use of horses and a helicopter to search rough terrain. Despite this huge effort, Patricia Meehan remains missing. Number 3. Hannah Upp. It is not often that you hear of a person disappearing multiple times. However, this is exactly the case with Hannah Upp. She disappeared for the first time on August 28, 2008. After going for a jog on Riverside Drive near Hamilton Heights where she lived. Nearly 3 weeks later, she was found floating in New York Harbor. She could not recall how she got to the harbor or what happened in the weeks she had been missing. While undergoing tests in a hospital, Upp was diagnosed with dissociative fugue, which is a rare form of amnesia. This disorder causes sufferers to forget their own identities and can last for years. Upp disappeared again for 2 days in September 2013 and then again on September 14, 2017, a week after Hurricane Irma hit the Caribbean. She was working at a school in the Virgin Islands at the time. On September 16, 2017, construction workers found her car at a beach. The vehicle contained clothes and her keys. The same day, Hurricane Maria was forming in the Atlantic and brought more devastation across the northeastern Caribbean. Unfortunately, Hannah wasn't found and remains missing to this day. Number 2. Mayumi Arashi. 27-year-old Mayumi Arashi left her home in Tokyo on September 2, 1994, after telling her sister, Yoko, that she was going out to meet a friend. When Mayumi failed to return by September 3, Yoko phoned that friend to find out where her sister was. The friend said that she hadn't had plans to meet Mayumi the previous day. Later the same day, a note was found in Yoko's wardrobe. The note read, "I was going out with John but was betrayed, I'm sorry." John's phone number was written at the bottom of the note. Yoko dialed the number and spoke with John. He said that he had met with Mayumi the previous day. If Mayumi was dead, he hoped that the punishment would be prison. Yoko got hold of a private detective who tracked the movements of John for months. But the detective could only come back with the information that John had gone into the woods on March 9, 1995, carrying 2 drinks. A police investigation of the area turned up nothing. Years went by with no news of Mayumi. Yoko and her father eventually did an TV interview about Mayumi's disappearance. On a shelf behind the father was a piece of paper stuck to the wood that read, "Don't believe what Yoko says." This sent viewers into a frenzy. But despite this weird turn of events, Mayumi Arashi remains missing. There are no new clues as to what may have happened to her. Number 1, Mikelle Biggs. On January 2, 1999, 9-year-old Kimber Biggs and 11-year-old Mikelle Biggs were impatiently waiting outside their house in Mesa, Arizona, for an ice cream truck to arrive. Mikelle was riding her younger sister's bike. Kimber was feeling very cold, so she told Mikelle that she was going inside. Kimber came back outside 90 seconds later and saw her bike lying in the road with the front wheel spinning. There was no sign of Mikelle. Within 30 minutes, more than 1,000 people were walking the streets looking for Mikelle. But with no witnesses and no leads, the case quickly ran cold. The only people questioned were neighbors of the Biggses and Michael's own father, who was quickly cleared of any suspicion. Years passed without any sign of Mikelle. Then on March 14, 2018, a reporter phoned the police in Mesa. He told an officer that a man had handed in a dollar bill with writing on it that read, "My name is Mikelle Biggs. Kidnapped from Mesa. I'm alive." Kimber Biggs was not convinced that the note was authentic because her sister's name had been misspelled. This, too, was a dead end. As of early 2020, Mikelle Biggs remains missing. Her sister now has her own son, and not a day goes by that she doesn't hope and pray for Michael's safe return. Thanks for watching, and please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.